I think that whether or not you're a fan of Russell Brand or not, it's over. It's done. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Good morning. Coming from you to this breezy, I said that wrong. Coming to you from this breezy balcony because Florida's weather is changing. And it's not so hot anymore. Not so humid either. Cooler temperatures in the morning and in the evening. Wind's picking up. So yeah, we're rolling into fall, I guess, is what's happening. I'm trying to see when does fall begin for 2023. So the official date of fall is Saturday, September 23rd. Okay, so again, this date is popping up yet again. And if you don't know why everybody's Googling September 23rd, then maybe you should watch the video I put up last night. But you guys know that I'm in the middle of rebranding this channel, rebranding the content and the style, the look, the feel, the theme, the flow. And that is a process, which then ultimately has to redefine. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks for the coffee. Coffee here. I'm not gonna drink it yet because it's gonna be burning up. But that's a process that has to like redefine you, sort of, or me as a creator, and redefine the audience and their interests, which, interestingly enough, I know that my audience has a wide variety of interests. It's just a matter of finding the one that aligns like perfectly. It's like this. It's like when the eclipse is like the sun and the moon and the stars, they line up. Until then, it's just like stuff's going on. But when they line up, it's like, all right, we got it. It's perfect. And it's actually kind of funny how YouTube does this because everybody has that timing, that alignment, that season. And there it is, right there. Okay, right there. I think that's right there. And then it goes away. And it doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong or you should do anything different. You kind of just got to wait for it to come back. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're going through. So appreciate you guys sticking with me through this. But it's for you and it's for me because I want to be able to sit here and have these conversations with you, have these chats, and just sit here with a laptop and a cup of coffee and maybe a sweater next time because it is a little breezy, a little chilly out, and no sun yet. We're in the shade. So you're like, well, Kevin, why are you wearing sunglasses? I don't know. Honestly, it's because I just woke up and my eyes, I don't know. I don't think I have, I don't have my face on yet. So basically that's why I'm wearing sunglasses. But more so importantly, Russell Brand. I don't want to use a play on words here or any puns, but rebranding and Russell Brand, I don't think are going to happen. I don't think that there's a future, a reality where Russell Brand can rebrand and be accepted. And this is where this gets a little complicated. I am not saying anything about Russell Brand or what he has done or is doing or will do. The accusations, the allegations, guilty, innocent, this, that, and the other. I'm talking about Russell Brand from the standpoint of a business and a brand and YouTube and money and finance and revenue. And that's the largest dragonfly I've ever seen. So basically what it boils down to is that I think he's done, okay? And I think that he is quite possibly one of many soon to come, okay? And everything is happening so fast and so much faster. So normally, you know, we would see this happen like once every few years. Now we're seeing it more frequently. I think we're going to see this happening. I would be willing to bet we probably see at least 5 more large, influential names and faces and brands fall off over the next 12 months, 12 to 14 months, okay? Maybe 16 months. Hear me out. And this is what happens when you have too much influence? Okay, actually, I asked this question to Michelle the other day, my wife Squirrel Tribe, and I said, are you a YouTuber or are you an influencer? So almost like one a week. We didn't get the last one. The last one will be when we get back home. But that's it. And this is what it's about, in my opinion, as far as working remote and traveling and making money online, creating content, being YouTubers, influencers, which depending on what part of the country you're in, people will go the route of influencer versus YouTuber.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people probably assume people are more so on TikTok, influencing but then, you know, they don't say, are you a TikToker? They go influencer.
No,
but we don't necessarily.
No, I'm over 30.
And I think there's a difference. So Russell Brand isn't done in regard to his 6.6 million awakening wonders on YouTube. And he isn't done with his probably multiple millions of followers on Twitter. And he isn't done anywhere else he has this following, because he has earned that. He has earned that. And that's why I want to make this abundantly clear of what I'm trying to say, because I know that these folks will... they will surface and they will stand behind him and back him up without maybe necessarily hearing what I have to say. So I'm just putting it out there. Don't sue me, bro. Hashtag don't sue me, bro. That's what me, Kevin, would say. But you can't sue me because I don't have anything. So it says, Russell Brand, how the comedian built his YouTube audience on half-truths. And this is from the BBC News. And obviously, the BBC has their position and their opinion, seemingly, of Russell Brand and, you know, some of the things he said and some of the things he's done, which is also why some people think he's in the situation that he's in, is because he flew too close to the sun. With wings made of wax. I don't know who told me that, but it kind of makes sense. He was getting too close to the truth, or revealing the truth, or awakening too many people of what could be the truth, this, that, and the other. Whether it's true, whether it's not, I don't know, okay? But here's what I do know, is that he is done from a position of revenue and making money and monetization, however that may look for him in his life, unless there's someone willing to step up and say, we trust and back him, and we are going to go all in. And you know, you gotta have some big ones to do that, okay? Because we saw what happened. We saw what happened here recently when people make the wrong choices and wrong decisions and go the wrong path. Bud Light, Target, Ford. Ford didn't get too much flack for painting that F-150 multiple colors, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And I think people are now going to be, and then you also see Target put out headlines about their earnings reports and revenue and profits down after they've made some choice decisions that probably weren't the best business decisions. So Russell Brand has to make business decisions, and other people have to make business decisions as it relates to Russell Brand and their business and their brand, based on hearsay, based on accusations, allegations, supposedly this, he said, she said. I'm not getting into that, so please hear me out. This is just from the standpoint of a YouTuber, content creator, monetized on the platform, looking at another YouTuber, content creator who is no longer monetized on the platform. He's been demonetized. But not only has he been demonetized from YouTube, he has been demonetized from pretty much every brand that represented him or sponsored him. So if anyone's looking for sponsorship opportunities, then these may be open for new faces, new influencers. But at the same time, like I said, I guess the bigger you are, the harder you fall. This was something that we talked about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I said, you know, the folks at the top, the higher you are, the further you have to fall. And I think financially he'll probably be A-okay. However, he's falling in regard to his business relationships and the money that he was making and will potentially not make in the future, because everyone has taken a hard stance on their opinions of whether or not they're going to continue to have relationships with Russell Brand based on accusations, unless this is actually a calculated and targeted effort against him, which kind of makes sense for everybody to kind of follow suit the same way at the same time without any proof besides some folks coming, to light decades later. But ultimately, his management company says that they have terminated the professional ties with Brand, and that was Tavistock Wood. They ceased ties. His tour promoter says that due to perform in Royal in Windsor, Theater Royal in Windsor, it seems like the remaining dates were called off. Tour promoter said, "We are postponing these few remaining fundraiser shows, and ticket holders have been promised full refunds." They don't like doing that. So when they do that, that's a big deal. YouTube, obviously, YouTube demonetized him immediately, which they didn't stop him from being able to upload videos, which is crazy. They just took his money away. Remember, I told you guys, they use money as a weapon. They use it as a tool. And they control you with it. His sponsors on YouTube, so Sticker Mule was one of his sponsors, and Vivo Barefoot were 2 of the 10 companies that sponsored his videos on YouTube. And this is actually one of the things that I was talking about with Kingdom Reacts. And it's like, just because YouTube demonetized you doesn't mean you can't make money. If you have the ability to gain an audience and gain attention and retention and engagement and views, you still can make money. And Russell Brand could have made plenty of money with 10 sponsors, 10 companies sponsoring his videos, like Kingdom Reacts could do, just like everybody else could do the same. And unfortunately, these companies have said they will no longer work with Russell Brand. I've actually used Sticker Mule before. They make good stickers. And so they said they will no longer work with them, or they've suspended their relationships. And Vivo Barefoot, a minimalist running shoe company, has stopped any upcoming activity with Brand. Bluebird Publishers has stopped working with Brand. Trevi Women's Charity, no longer connected. Wanderlust Festival. Brand had been due to headline Australia's Wanderlust Festival in February of 2024, but in a statement issued on Wednesday, the event's organizer said it agreed Brand will no longer appear at the festival. So there you have it, folks. They pretty much just canceled him. They wiped him out. And this is why I'm saying that he's done. And he's done from the standpoint of who he is on these platforms and in the public eye, and being able to earn revenue. And I've actually seen this happen before on YouTube. One of the ones that kind of stands out the most was Vehicle Virgins. And I've seen other creators and brands, because essentially you're building a brand while you're building your channel and your subscriber base. And I've seen them travel to the top, the highest of heights, and I've seen them fall. And they make poor decisions. Some of them proven and substantiated. Others, in this instance, accusations and allegations and yet to be proven. And actually no charges have been brought up against them yet. But at the same time, I think that, this is a little bit of a popularity contest. And if you piss the wrong people off, then they can take you out financially, ruin you, just put the squeeze on you. And he's apparently, seemingly pissed off a lot of the wrong people who have enough power to make this happen. Because that's what it seems like. It seems like a power grab, basically. But here's the thing. I don't think he's the only one. And like I said, in the next 12 to 14 months, maybe longer, we're going to see more of this happening. And honestly, I'll say that I don't think Danny Masterson is, noteworthy here, but I would say that Donald Trump is. And ultimately, when you get too close and whatever side it may be decides that they don't want you on the team anymore, they don't like what you're doing anymore, you didn't agree to what they wanted you to do, you weren't under their control anymore, maybe he was, he decided to bite the hand that fed him, basically. They say, okay, fine, you're done. It's over. No, you can't do that. Oh, watch me. So maybe, in the instance of Donald Trump, he walks away, clear of all charges. Maybe in the instance of Russell Brand, he never has any charges filed against him, or, obviously his innocence is proven, if that is the case. But what I can tell you is after that, you're still done. You're done. You're done. Your channel's done. Your revenue streams are done. Your monetization's done. If you can get it back, it's going to be at an extreme fraction, like 10% or less of what it used to be. You've lost your momentum. You have to, regain your trust. You have to re-explain yourself. You may have to rebrand yourself. And it's crazy how that works and how they're able to do that. Literally, whenever they want, however they want, without any real proof from, events that have happened as old as it seems like 2008, that people haven't reported until 2019, that folks sat on until 2023, 2024 to say, now's the time to strike. Now's the time to kick them in the balls. Crazy how that works. Statute of limitations, but more importantly, what can we get out of him while we have him, while we have his him under our boot? And then when can we make the largest impact on him negatively so we have the most control? Not we. I'm not part of this. And where people will actually care. 2008, 2010, 2012, people probably didn't really care. But since he's grown so big, it's like now he is a target. He's a much bigger target. People actually will take notice. And then the question is, who's next? Who's next on the list? Who's climbing the ranks, waiting to be chopped down because they will not do what they're told to do, or because they've begun to think on their own too much, or they are bucking the system, or the audience, the viewers, the subscribers, are forming their own opinions that everyone else in charge isn't pleased with.